Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. I'm here with Bree Cox-Kennedy. I'm Michael Taylor. Thanks for joining us on this lovely Tuesday, April 22nd. Good to be here. Bree is trying she was telling me she's trying to summon sunshine with this outfit. So we're working on that. She's definitely glowing here.
Bring it in.
So we appreciate the effort.
I feel like we've been in this spring-summer transition for a few weeks now. So.
I know. It's been a little bit, I really want the warm to kind of hit.
I do too.
I'm ready for that.
I do too. Well, we did have it last week, if you recall, or maybe a couple weeks ago. We're kind of on the downtrend now. We'll tell you about the weather in just a minute. But on today's show, we have Jazz Lovers Club with Shelly Davis. They're going to be talking about better living through jazz. And then later in the show, we have Community Bridge Builders Club with Rebecca Galad and Annie Ruth McCary. They are talking about Harriet Tubman, a one-woman show. So we look forward to that.
All right, well, let's keep you informed while we're at it. Better living through not getting distracted. Don't fall for distractions, folks. That's the important thing. That's the message here. Thieves, they do this. They have confidence kind of things. They'll come up. They'll use friendly conversations, sometimes in parking lots or at the mall or wherever it might be. Offer help, emotional appeals, even hugs, sometimes even prayers. Catch you off guard. They steal your valuables like your wallets, jewelry, and phone. Sometimes they work in teams to distract you. So make sure you're being aware of that. If you see something like that happen, be aware, travel light, speak up if you think someone's maybe getting too close to you or making you uncomfortable. Lots of good warnings here, lots of good things to protect yourself, protect your own space. Make sure you do that. That's some tips from the Sheriff's Department that we have here, and we want to make sure you keep from those distractions and keep those thieves away.
You know, it happens so often, and they're so good at it. So be mindful of that, folks. Let's take a look at our weather. What is it going to bring us for the next 5 days? Well, we can expect a cool and mostly dry week with morning clouds giving way to sunshine each afternoon, hopefully. Perfect for outdoor plans if you dress in layers. Our highs will hover in the mid to upper 60s and lows in the low to mid 50s. So great weather to get outside, garden, or enjoy a walk, but still remember to wear your sunscreen.
All right, keep those layers. That's right. Bree wore layers. You should see the pink jacket that goes with the shirt. She has an amazing jacket, folks. So it's sad she didn't wear it out here. Let's take a look at our sunrise, sunset while we're at it. We've got a beautiful picture here from Calistoga. And guess who sent us this picture? Bree Cox-Kennedy. She was up there over the weekend. I think it was Thursday, Friday you were up there?
I was up there Thursday and Friday, yes.
There you go. Sunrise, I don't stalk her at all. Sunrise this morning is 6:11. Sunset tonight is going to be 7:27. And if you'd like to send us a great picture like Bree did, you don't have to go all the way to Calistoga to do that. You can do it right here in the village. Beautiful sunrise, sunset shots from here, pets, places, whatever you want. Email us, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. We'd love to see the pictures. Make sure you include your name, like Bree did, where you took the picture, like Bree did, and we'll use it in our sunrise sunset segment.
In a horizontal format, please, like I did.
Great job. All across the board. Good work.
All right, folks. Got one meeting to tell you about, and then after the break, we are going to sit down with Jazz Lovers Club. Stay with us.
Adapt to it, we strive to make the everyday tasks easier by providing our customers with the tools they need to be successful. We carefully explain the use and care of all of our equipment. Adapt to it has been in Laguna Woods for over 20 years, and we know that nothing in life stays constant. So we can help you adapt to all the changes in your life. Adapt to it sells and rents items and always delivers with a smile. Come in today to experience what we mean when we say, when you can't change it, adapt to it.
Go beyond better hearing with artificial intelligence. At Advanced Ear Care, we've taken regular hearing care to a new level with artificial intelligence performance. This provides smarter, clearer balance of sound. Artificial intelligence identifies background noises and reduces them so you can hear the soft-spoken speech clearly. Don't be afraid of this technology. It works automatically. Put them on and hear better all day in all situations. Hear the conversations clearly with family, friends, and caregivers. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Seniors fear running out of money more than death itself, and the #1 mistake you can make is underestimating volatility, which can derail your retirement. For 35 years now, I've coached seniors to financial independence by using 2 simple rules. never take big losses, and create income along the way. It's your financial future. Call now to get a free risk analysis to ensure your investments are protected, and we'll send you our Safer Money System, 949-219-0692.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Better living through jazz. Can it be achieved? We're going to get that answer right here with Shelley Davis on the Jazz Lovers Show, Jazz Lovers Club. Welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us. And where's your partner?
Well, Sharon's you're just taking it easy. You know, it's early in the morning for a performer to get up.
Jazz performers, yeah. I can't believe you. One of you had. Was it a flip of a coin who had to come in?
Well, you know, I'm the older one. Yeah, so.
All right, older and wiser. Thanks, Shelley, for coming in. The Jazz Quartet is going to be performing over on the 26th over at Clubhouse 1 from 6 to 8 p.m. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are going to be doing.
Well, we decided to pick a theme for this show, which is kind of close to my heart, which is better living through jazz. Well, ever since I was young, I've always been attracted to spiritual themes in music. In the '60s, there was a wonderful talent, John Coltrane, who many people don't know, and he said, "I'm going to put my spiritual and my devotion to all the beautiful love that is in the world, and make that part of. I'm not going to separate it from my career as a jazz musician." And my wife and I, Sharon, who we've been together for many, many years, and so we've always shared that also. And we used to have a website where we'd have one page for the jazz and blues and one page for our spiritual music, because we were also musical directors for the Unity Church for like 17 years. So we shared that. And we'd have one page for my solo piano stuff. So now it's all combined. You know, we have a Bandcamp page. And so this concert, we're going to feature a lot of our original music with spiritual themes to uplift and to show how we can live better.
Well, with rock and roll, with country music, with a lot of that stuff, they're very lyrical based, right? And so you know what the song is about. With jazz, so much of it is just instrumental. So can it be more interpreted? That's why maybe the spirituality comes in. It means whatever you want it to mean, or whatever it speaks to you.
Well, everybody, yes, that's true. Everybody is an individual, and each person gets out of life whatever they're going to get out of life. It's not for us to judge another person, but yes, there is an intention, and in a lot of the songs there are lyrics. So we have a guide there. And I think that in general, when there's any kind of lyric, whether it's a lyric of a spiritually uplifting song or a really I feel terrible today blues, the music does kind of go along with the lyric, even if the lyric is not being sung. As a musician playing, you're thinking about what is that lyric. But in our case, we've got both. We've got songs where it's an instrumental, where there's a feel, like a song called "Growing." I'm going to do. It's an instrumental. It's about growing, and the music will grow. Or then there's a song called "A Little Better Now," and it's about how if we follow that feeling of goodness and peace, it's a little better now. So we're going to do that. We're going to get into that. We're going to just explore that musically, and we're going to explore it lyrically. And so it's going to be very obvious that we're all going to be in this together, saying, how do we face the challenges of being in a senior community, being older, being closer to one side of life versus the other.
The downhill side of life.
It's not really downhill. It's every moment of your life is just like being a jazz musician. You're always trying to make everything that you do, the way you speak, the way you act, the way you think, you always want to be uplifted, getting better.
Right.
Everything should
and
be
that
getting
takes
better.
and that takes a little improvisation, which is going to be my next question. Jazz is known for its improvisation. Why is that in the world of jazz that they'll just improvise, kind of go on a different kind of line in the song, kind of thing? What is it about? What's the source of that?
That's what. So you have, obviously there are structures that you learn in music. You just like as a child has to learn certain boundaries, and so it's the same kind of thing with jazz. You learn a structure and then you improvise, and so that of course is what makes it exciting for me. Is because you don't always it's not like you memorize it and play it exactly the same way.
Right.
That's the excitement, and it's the same thing for a person in your life. You realize that every day is going to be different. Sometimes it seems exactly the same, but even just dealing with monotony in itself takes improvising, takes the ability to take what's happening, relax, breathe. It's something that has to be experienced. If you can't necessarily put it into words.
Right. It's that feeling. It's that left brain, right brain kind of distinction.
It's not. Yes. There's a synthesis of intellectual understanding of what you're doing as a player. Oh, here he's taking these, like a classical, person. He takes certain chords and he finds all these different ways to get around the chord and embellish it and write it all down so he can recreate this wonderful improvisation. The jazz player just does it spontaneously, and so it's the same kind of thing. You person could go to a class and try to learn how to live a better life.
Okay. Now, are there different types of improvisation that you do? Are there waves of improvisation? Are there different techniques that you approach as well?
That touches on what you had mentioned about the difference between a song that has a lyric and a song that has a music. So what John Coltrane, he was not a singer, but he did have a wonderful poem that was in his liner notes of the album, for those of us who remember that. And so what happens is instead of the jazz players would take the song, the basic song, like a standard song, could have been a Broadway song or something like that, and you could clearly see, here's all the different things I could do with this song. I can improvise on it. I can show you all these variations. So he did that, but he did it in a way where he incorporated different kinds of harmonic, different kinds of like say he might do some Eastern kind of music in it. It's like Ravi Shankar that I think about.
Sure.
About these flowing lines of and so that's what he did. So here's what they called it waves, because the way he played the sax was different than what other players were doing, and it influenced a lot of other. So now it's it's another tool.
Okay.
It's where it's not so much that you're creating the music is there.
Okay. Now, in the show that you guys are going to do, you're also going to use lyrics, and you're going to have maybe the crowd kind of engage a little bit in the lyrics, that kind of the whole
to some extent,
better living kind of attitude.
Not so much a sing along, but I think that we want to, it's swing in itself.
Okay.
Just by itself is an integral part of jazz. It's a rhythm, right? There's a rhythm. Our bodies have a rhythm, whether you're on the dance floor or just listening. So I think jazz is certainly a wonderful way to get in touch with that.
Well, Shelley Davis, he's only 1/4 of the excitement you guys are going to experience with the quartet that's going to be on the 26th over at Clubhouse 1 from 6 to 8 p.m. Make sure you get out there and enjoy that. Shelley Davis from the Jazz Lovers Club, thank you very much for joining us today.
Sure.
Appreciate it. When we come back, we'll be talking to the folks from Community Bridge Builders. Stay with us.
Technology is always moving forward, and sometimes we need to move with it. If you're a resident of Laguna Woods Village still using a ComLine or FEA email address, it might be time to make the switch. Services like Gmail offer more flexibility and convenience. Access your emails anytime, anywhere, whether you're on your phone, laptop, or tablet. Stay connected no matter where life takes you. Make the switch today and keep your inbox at your fingertips.
Discover the art of beauty with Noble Art Aesthetics in Laguna Hills. Led by Nita Mansour, a board-certified physician assistant and master injector since 2012. We enhance your natural beauty with precision and care, offering Botox, fillers, microneedling, skincare, and other anti-aging treatments. Every service helps you feel and look your best. Want luxury at your doorstep? We even offer mobile services and Botox parties. Give us a call today to start your journey to natural, beautiful results.
We promise to meet you with an open heart and curious mind. To never have the answers before we've heard your story. Because you are not everyone else, and healthcare is not one size fits all. Highest performing hospital, top ranked physicians, 50 convenient locations, right here in Orange County. You, empowered by Hoag.
Community Bridge Builders and the African American Heritage Club proudly present The Spirit of Harriet Tubman, Saturday, May 31st at 4 p.m. at the Laguna Woods Village Performing Arts Center. Tickets at the PAC box office, $20, $30, and $40. For more information, call Rebecca Gillard at 949-452-0464 or Willie Phillips at 310-877-2819. You don't want to miss this one.
Welcome back to the show, folks. We've got a one-woman play. Harriet Tubman is coming to the PAC Theater soon. Here to tell us all about it and why we should all go, we welcome you two. My goodness, always a pleasure. Rebecca Gillard.
Hello.
Annie Ruth McCary.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us. And we are really, really excited to talk about this play. It's called The Spirit of Harriet Tubman.
The Spirit of Harriet Tubman. Tell us who she was.
Harriet Tubman was a slave, a free slave, and she is very well known for her work with the Underground Railroad in helping free slaves. She also was an abolitionist. She was supportive for women's rights. She spent time in the military. She developed homes for aged African Americans. This amazing, amazing woman.
She sounds like an incredible woman.
Absolutely. So when we talk about the spirit of Harriet Tubman, which is a play, it's a lot more about the spirit of Harriet Tubman and the woman that she is and some of the messages that she has for not just women of today, but for the world as a whole.
Absolutely. Now, what year would this have taken place? When was she with us?
Oh my Lord, let's see, I was 5 years old. No. Way back in slavery time, in the 1800s and maybe the early 1900s. Do you, it was during slavery time, so
yeah.
Way before my lifetime.
So her thought process was well beyond her years.
Yes.
Because she would have had to been a very young lady.
Yes, and that's one of the things that Leslie McCurdy brings out in The Spirit of Harriet Tubman in the play. Even as a young girl, there was a very strong spirit within her. Mm-hmm. I liken it to a survival spirit.
Right.
And she used that survival spirit not just for her own survival, but also to assist in freeing many, many slaves.
So, Rebecca, what is the play about?
The play is about the life of that woman. But once you're there watching that play, you really feel that goes above and beyond that woman. You can see yourself in these times being played by that amazing actress who, by the way, wrote the play.
She did.
She did.
Wow. So who is she?
She is a Canadian-born actress, and she wrote the play herself, as Rebecca said. She performs it all over the world. She's received numerous awards for her performance. She does it, it's a kid-friendly show, so she does it in a way that children who attend the program can also benefit from it as well. So,
they
and she
can-
also is a dancer. I don't know if you're familiar with the Alvin Ailey School of Dance, but she also was a part of that. It's an amazing dance group. So she has a background in theater, a background in dance, and she's a writer, and just like Rebecca said, this amazing woman.
I brought some information about her. She forged her career entertaining audiences internationally. She obtained an honors BFA in dance and teaching certification from University of Michigan, then served as choreographer and teaching assistant to Judith Jamison of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. She also has been on television, several movies, and she is a playwright, a very successful playwright, having written 4 one-woman plays, 3 of which she performs herself. So she has been doing the Spirit of Harriet Tubman play for 25 years.
Is that right?
All around the world. And her latest, that is now becoming very famous, is about Billie Holiday.
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
Yes.
So tell me, how does it work when she's a one-woman play with costume changes?
Oh,
You have to be there.
you'll have to be there. She never leaves the stage, first
Well,
of all.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Well, we
Yes.
don't want to give away too much of it, but we want to give enough information
Yes.
to entice the
But
interest.
for example, when she first starts, the first minute, her voice is that of an older woman as she's singing coming to be seen by the public. Then suddenly she's a child, and she tells her story from a child's point of view, and her voice is that of a child, her hands, her movements as she's jumping around and dancing. As the play goes by, she's again an older woman, and you just have to be there. Watch her hands, her arms. She becomes in front of you an older lady.
This is amazing.
Amazing, amazing.
Absolutely something that you have to see.
Yes.
And she does it all within a span of 90 minutes to an hour.
Well, there she is, as
So,
an older woman.
Yes.
Yes.
And she really, really embodies and channels the spirit of Harriet Tubman.
It sounds like it. Why do you two think that this message, this play, is so important for us today?
When she finishes the play, she takes questions from the audience. And in those few minutes that she's taking and answering those questions, she brings you to the present in her views and what's happening around the world. And you see that the spirit of Harriet Tubman should be with us today as we see what is happening not only in our country, but in other places. What is happening in the division of us, the people that haves and have-nots, the way these people think and the way these people think, it's almost as we're repeating history.
Interesting.
And she brings you to this point of today.
Right. Where do you think that she found all of her information to create the play and
in the African American community, we've known about Harriet Tubman. We've known about her life. We've known about her struggles, much of which was not in the history books, but it's been passed down for generations. So I think part of embodying that spirit is probably the information that was passed down to her from her ancestors, from her parents and her grandparents, and from the people that surrounded her. Mm-hmm. So I believe that that's how she got her inspiration. And she also wanted the play to be on the positive side of Harriet Tubman's life. Sure. She touches on the struggles, but she also, that spirit of empowerment, which she really, really brings forward in the play. So a lot goes into, I can't speak to where all she got her inspiration from, but I can say, as a woman of color, watching another woman of color do this performance, I knew where she got her information from and her
She
inspiration.
also touched a little bit about her history, her own history, her parents and grandparents, when she's talking to the public person to person.
Okay, so this is May 31st, Saturday at 4 p.m. at the Pack Theater. Get your tickets, folks. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This
Tickets
will be
are still
amazing.
available.
Okay, we'll be back after these messages.
Thank you.
What would it feel like to hear better? Many people are trapped in the isolation of poor hearing and don't realize it. Even people that are wearing other hearing aids. They only know the way they hear, not how much better they could be hearing. We've taken patients that were hearing 24% of conversations and improved them to 92%. A life-changing difference. Put on these hearing aids and hear better, automatically. No buttons to push or technology to fear. Artificial intelligence and these products do all the work. Don't settle for less. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
We should have brought the jacket out that we were talking
Oh
about before.
gosh, I'll go get it.
Should have brought the jacket out. That would have been fun. All right, folks, let's take a check of our weather before we head out. And
Hopefully I won't need that jacket
I think
this
you're gonna need
afternoon.
you're going to need some layering for at least the rest of the morning.
it's
We're only going to
getting-
get to 68 degrees today, and really the 60s and low 60s for the rest of the week. So you know, we kind of got this little pattern that's going on, and I'm really afraid that it's like May gray is already here
It's
for
coming.
April.
It's
And
coming,
so we're going to have
and-
basically 60s and cloud, switch of cloudy, partly cloudy, mostly cloudy for the rest of the week, and I think that's what we're stuck with.
That's why we need to wear bright colors.
There we go. Encourage the sunshine.
Exactly. We will summons it one way or the other because you see those gray clouds out there. All right, folks, tomorrow on This Day we have recreation and a little highlight from the Village Games over the weekend. So that's going to be fun. And then later on tomorrow's show, we have Senior Center.
Senior Center, folks, they always have great events. They always have great things going
Great
on.
events.
So make sure you tune in for that, not only for the highlights of the Village Games, but also for all the events that are coming up. They're going all the way in like June and July with some of these events they're really great. We
Yeah.
got the movies that are going on, all sorts of events, activities, exercise programs over at the Senior Center. So
Super
a little bit
important.
involved. Did you get to catch any of the games?
I did not,
Oh,
so I'm looking forward
I
to
didn't
seeing
either.
a
I want to see the
little bit
highlights.
tomorrow.
I'm kind of looking forward to that. It should be
Yeah.
fun. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this edition of This Day. For Bree Cox Kennedy and myself, Michael Taylor, we want you to make sure that you guys make this day a great one.